Welcome to Guru Trader video for Thursday, December the 9th, 2010. Here's the 7 market movers that we're watching today. 5 new symbols, 2 follow-ups on the TSXV Venture Exchange. First time mentioning ABR Ashburton Ventures Inc. 23 cents up 12.5. Also first time mentioning Geo Minerals Limited, 12 cents up a nickel. Following up on SFF Seafield Resources Limited, 62 cents up 7. Also following up on Canaco Resources Inc. 605 up 77. On the OTC bulletin board, first time mentioning ACTC Advanced Cell Technology Inc. 16.5 up 1 cent. First time mentioning EPCT EpiCept Corp. 70 cents up a quarter on the NASDAQ small caps. And lastly, also on the NASDAQ small caps, CAPS Capstone Therapeutics Corp. 119 up 23. Let's take a closer look at these stocks. Alright, first time mentioning ABR Ashburton Ventures Inc. 23 up 12.5, 119% move. Keep that in mind. What caught our eye? 56 million shares traded out of 44 million shares outstanding. $10 million market cap still, even though the price did double today. 52-week high was 12.5 cents, which is January the 11th. Kind of went sideways between a nickel and a dime all year long, and then here's the pop. The 52-week low was on September 24th at 4.5 cents. So what's causing all this excitement? I can't figure it out. They did put out, Ashburton receives high silver assays for the upper vein system at Deep Creek, Nevada. That's where they're focused. They reported, Elko, Nevada samples upper vein were previously reported to have gold contents as high as 1,180 grams per ton. That is huge, but what kind of intervals are we talking about? I don't know. With visible gold observed in several samples. Okay, that's interesting. Silver assays for the same samples are as high as 828 grams per ton silver, as shown in the table below. I'll let that speak for itself. So anyway, first time mentioning that one. Let's look at the 5-year chart. Up to this 25 cent, hasn't done anything, just gone straight down. So maybe there's a turn here because we're right back at that level now. So we'll continue to keep an eye on it because of the volume. We'll see if that continues, if there's more news, or if this one starts to wane. But definitely worth mentioning because of that volume and making new highs today. So moving on here, Geo Minerals Limited, 12 cents up a nickel, 71% move. Volume's almost 12 million out of 67 million shares. That's significant. 8 million market cap, 8.15. 52-week high was 14 cents, which it did January 19th. Sold down pretty well all year. Hit the bottom August 31st at 3.5 cents, and it's turned around and it's been moving and popped today. So we thought we should mention it because of that volume and the move. And it hasn't made a new high yet, or 52-week high yet, but looks like it's maybe close to it. Anyway, they announced on November 16th they acquired 100% of additional claims in Quebec along southwest trend of Bonterra Resources. Bonterra we've actually mentioned in our November 10th video at 32 cents. I think that BTR on the TSX Venture, it's still around 32 cents if you want to look at that one as well. So looks like a close geology play near Bonterra's properties. So we'll keep an eye on that one, see if that volume continues, if there's more news coming, but just preliminary first mention at this point. SFF Seafield Resources Limited, 62 up 7, 12% move, almost 16 million shares traded. This one's been active, I think, quite a bit lately. Anyway, 63 million market cap, 101 million shares outstanding. 52-week high was 77, which it did a couple days ago on December 6th. The low was 13.5 cents, which it did December 9th of last year, or a year ago today. So this one's gone pretty well sideways all year long at around 20 cents. They're just holding it here, and now they're still moving it. Now they did announce today a private placement with 16 million units at a price of 50 cents for raising $8 million. There's a warrant at 75 cents, and this is going to be used to advance the company's Quinchilla gold property in Colombia. We like Colombia, and for general working capital. Anyway, that's what they're doing, and they announced on December the 8th they reported 1.75 grams per ton gold over 94 meters in trench from Dos Quebradas Quinchilla Gold Project, Colombia. So I just mentioned that. Anyway, so that's one. This is our. I just wanted to give an update. This is our third post since 26.5 cents on February the 19th. So moving on here, Canaco Resources. This is an update on this one. 605 up 77, 15% move. Look at the 1-year chart on this one. almost 2 million shares traded. It is now a billion-dollar company. Wasn't anything close to that when we first mentioned them. 167 million shares outstanding. The 52-week high was a couple days ago at 598. So we traded as high as 605 today, and we first mentioned, let's see, this is our fourth post on Canaco since $1.08 on July 12th, so right around this area. Now, they put out more results today. December 9th, they intersected 13.4 meters at 13.5 grams per ton gold per ton at Magambazi, and that's on their Tanzania project. The United Republic of Tanzania, their Handani region. So the results are in there. You may want to look those over. The 5-year chart on this one, you'll see this company, let's see, hasn't done really anything up until this year, and then it took off. We picked up on it on the technicals and the volume, like I said, through July there when it was making new highs, and it's continued to do that since. No idea where it's going, but they keep putting out good results. On the 6th, they put out 48.6 meters of 14.81 grams per ton gold on that same property. Granted some options on December 3rd, so there's lots of news there to read over. Just wanted to give an update on that one every time it makes a significant new high on news. This is a new one. ACTC, Advanced Cell Technology Inc. 16.5 up a penny, 9% move, 55 million shares traded on this, but not that significant when you consider there's a billion shares outstanding. We usually avoid these stocks, but it seemed like an interesting story, so we'll keep an eye on it at least for a few days to see if that volume continues to build and price action, and if the news flow continues. But anyway, the 52-week high was yesterday at 20 cents. The low was 4 cents on October 8, not that long ago. So this one's, it has been sliding down and it popped. So let's see if that continues or if we come back. I don't like it if it gets below these levels, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, don't know anything about this company. First time mentioning it. They put out this, let's see, Access Wire. They're bullish about the company's advancements. Well, what CEO isn't? They also put out news today through MarketWire. Advanced Cell Technology CEO says markets are just starting to appreciate the significance of their stem cell derived treatments. Just initially looked that over. It has to do with macular degeneration and blindness, and this is a stem cell derived treatment. I don't know. They talk about human clinical trials are expected to start in the first quarter of 2011. So I don't want to get into that too much. That other article, it mentions, there's a question and answer in there if you want to read it over. Very interesting with the CEO. And looking at the 5-year chart, you'll see this stock's been over $2 at the 10-year chart. The company's been around since about 2005. Hasn't really done anything, but anyway, we'll just keep an eye on that one, and first time mentioning it. And moving on, EPCT. This one trades on the NASDAQ small caps. EpiCept Corp, 70 cents up a quarter, 55% move, 1.7 million shares traded at a 50 million, 35 million market cap. 52-week high was 272, which it did on January the 11th. The low was 33 cents, which it did November 30th, not that long ago. This one, look at this interesting stair stepping that you got going on here. It was up at $2.50, $2. They sideline it for a few weeks, drop it another 50 cents, sideline, drop it another 50 cents, sideline. It's very clear at $1, then they drop it another 50 cents, sideline. Now why? To me, I want to see where the financing's done, and sure enough, if you drill down to the release, November the 8th, EpiCept raises $2 million via registered direct financing. They did, 3.3 million shares at 61 cents, a 5-year warrant to purchase up to 1.3 million shares at 56 cents. So they talk about the company here. They're focused on the development and commercialization of pharmaceutical products for the treatment of cancer and pain. Now I'm not sure. They talk in here about, I think, some difficulties they've had and their future outlook for getting approvals or fast tracking one of their drugs. There's the 5-year chart on the stock. It's been over $20, really over $10. Didn't last there for more than a blip, and it's kind of gone down or sideways since. So maybe there's a turn there. I think they also mentioned in their financial statements the amount of cash. I think they have $3 million on hand, and I'm not sure if they mentioned their burn rate. But you may want to look into all this stuff. Pharmaceuticals or biotechs aren't really my specialty, but I like to stick with the metals when they're playing. But these biotechs, can make significant moves in a short period of time. So they're worth keeping an eye on, especially when there's volume that comes into them. But yeah, I couldn't really figure out anything from the chart. Just thought I would mention it because this one, it is, like I said, the first time this one has ticked up significantly over a previous level, which technically is something that I want to keep an eye on. Lastly, CIPS Capstone Therapeutics Corp 119 up 24% move, 2.4 million shares traded, 48 million market cap, 40 million shares outstanding. 52-week high was $1.20 on March the 2nd. It's kind of gone down to this 60-something cent level. 62 cents on December 17th, 2009 was the low. This thing kind of flatlined for over a month here at 90 cents. So it just popped up today. Looked interesting. Story looked interesting. Their third quarter financial results are there. And what was it that caught my eye? I can't really remember right now. They're committed to developing a pipeline of novel therapeutic peptides aimed at helping patients with underserved medical conditions. That doesn't mean a whole lot to me. Let's look at the 5-year chart. It was up to $6 before. Hasn't done anything since. Okay, up to $8 at one time back in 2005. So it's bouncing all around the place here. But, maybe there's a turnaround. I don't know. We'll just keep an eye on it based on the volume. And there was something I read about in there about one of their therapies, or I don't know if they're close to clinical trials. You'll have to read into that. I'm confusing those two biotech stocks. But anyway, that's about it for today. Do your homework, trade safely, and we'll talk with you soon. Guru Trader videos and tweets are daily snapshots of 5 to 7 very active small and microcap stocks from all North American stock exchanges. We simply track stocks that are trading up significantly on news or making new highs on very high volume without any further consideration of company fundamentals. The point is to save time by focusing on only those stocks that are moving right now. Guru Trader symbols come from filtering market movers and from subjective observations. Our software cross-references today's volume actives, percent gainers, and dollar gainers, which are filtered down to just lower-priced stocks. We then look at each stock's charts for apparent uptrends and news headlines for obvious one-day-only events to exclude, like a buyout, or for longer-term growth-related news like financials, drill results, patent approvals, etc. to include. This is similar to how many traders look for new stocks as a starting point for further research with their financial and investment advisors. This is not an advisory service, and conflicts may exist as we sometimes take positions, or featured stocks may have bought online advertising or IR support services. Any content published by Investors Guru Small Cap Stock Observer is subject to the terms of our privacy policy and disclaimer at investorsguru.com. For our other small cap stock channels, follow Twitter's Guru Trader tweet in real time on your PC or mobile device at twitter.com/investorsguru. Subscribe to watch YouTube's Investors Guru video channel at youtube.com/investorsguru. Search Investors Guru at facebook.com and add us as a friend to see our videos, tweets, etc. that are all synced to post on our wall. It's free to sign up at investorsguru.com stock community for comprehensive quotes, newsletters, profiles, forums, etc., or to update your portfolio, watch list, alerts, and news by email preferences. Thanks for watching.